I know it'll take a few minutes for you guys to get on to find us. Um, Madam Mayor is going to go in on the laptop and fix what she has to do there, but I think we figured out what it was.
I haven't. I figured out I'm never using your phone
She
again.
doesn't want to use my phone again. I think there's an orientation button that you must push before you can hit the go live button. I think that's the problem. Well, that's what worked here. It worked this time.
Because you set it up on your
Oh,
phone.
because I
set
it
it
up.
up on my phone.
Yeah, I don't know what difference that makes. Anyway, so we're here. Let me do a couple of head adjustments. Anyway, we're here. We just give it a few minutes. We got 63 in the chat. How you guys doing? Welcome to Savannah, Georgia. You're at Madam Mayor's Adventures. And she's still working on her laptop. Anyway, what did we do this week? We did the Riverwalk this week, and we enjoyed that. When we first went down to the Riverwalk, we drove down. Of course, we're in the Jeep, and we got down to the cobblestone roads, which are on the Riverwalk, but there's like only one way in and one way out. So we kind of got down there by mistake and went too close. And we had to drive all these cobblestones. You got any more sound effects?
No.
All the way to the end.
Saying, thank everybody.
And then there was some construction, and then we finally got pointed out and got parked, and it was a little mess.
So thank everybody for joining us today. Brett gets nervous and just starts. So yes, we are having technical difficulties because Brett's phone is not behaving, but that's no reason to get all in a fluff. Yeah. Technology can sometimes do it. You you gotta
work around
it and just relax. So, it is what it is.
I want to thank all the moderators. We have not made it out to Tybee. Is it Tybee Island?
Tybee, yes.
Tybee.
Like a tie that you wear.
Got it. We haven't made it out there yet. Thanks, Ellen, for the 10. Really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. We have not made it out there. The day we were going to go out there, they had a women's marathon scheduled, and they had all the roads closed downtown. They had workaround roads, but it would have taken like 3 times as long to get there. So we just decided we postpone it to next week. We might go out there tomorrow, might go out there Tuesday, Wednesday, we don't know yet. So we'll let the weather kind of dictate that. We do want to go out there. It is on our list.
I definitely want to go there and check out the beach. They do have a lighthouse.
There is a lighthouse out there. Yep.
Heather says, I'm back. So are we.
We're back. Sorry about that. That little hookup. The screen starts to turn and then it shortens and we're like, oh no, not again.
Now I remember a while back you had that problem with your phone and I don't know why it started doing it again.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But
hey, what the hell's? How you guys doing?
Hello.
Yeah, Whatnot's rocking it, isn't it? Man, it's a good business model. It's not for us, but it's definitely a good business model.
I would have fun doing that.
It would be fun.
But I guess it would be harder to do when you're traveling around.
It would be too much for us.
It wouldn't be impossible, but
yeah.
You know.
You got to have a setup, a staff, a truck, a trailer, a warehouse, storage space.
The older I get, the less I want going on.
Right. We want a simplified life.
Because it's hard to enjoy all the different things if you've got too much going on. I know when I worked at the post office and I was working at the post office, I was taking college classes at night. I was trying to go to the gym. Like, I was burning the candle at both ends and I was getting a lot of stuff done, but it seems like it takes some years off your life. It really does.
I think the chat went by a little bit fast. I think I saw someone asking if I was in the third ID. I was not. And that's why in that video I couldn't really speak to the third ID. stuff. I was in the 1st Cavalry Division when they deployed, and I was with the 101st Airborne Division out of Fort Campbell twice when they deployed. And then I was Alaska. They deployed also. I went with them, and I think that's it. So I deployed 4 times, but not with 3rd ID. But yeah. So
Cleared up.
we're still here at Hunter Army Airfield. It's on the outskirts of Savannah. Actually touches Savannah. I don't think it's actually in. It might be in the city limits. If it is, it barely is. It's on the far west end of the base. The main gate is on the east end of the gate, east end of post, and so there's about a 5 or 6 mile from the campground to Garrison, which is most of the built-up area where the PX and the commissary is. It's not that close to us. It's actually closer to go across the street to Walmart or something.
Yeah,
To get-
actually,
it really
there's even a
is.
mall right out
Yeah,
the
those-
gate.
We are right across the street from a mall, a Aldi's, a Walmart. It's literally, you could walk there.
And
We're-
then the commissary is
yeah.
way on the other
It's
side of the
all
base.
the way on the other side of the base, and you have to drive.
I saw DJ Radis in the house.
Hey, DJ Radis, how you doing?
Thank you, and thank you for that song.
Yeah, neat little song.
Catchy little tune there.
Yeah,
Definitely have some skills putting that all together.
yep. Appreciate that.
But yeah, it's been nice on this base. I think the biggest complaint is the traffic. There's a lot of traffic noise because it is right next to the gate, right by a highway, and right by all that shopping. So
And all the traffic noise is outside the gate. It's not on the base, but it's literally within 100 feet. So it is very close. We have all the doors closed for this, so you guys don't have to hear it. But we can hear it through the walls. I mean,
I know when we go back home to Tennessee, we're gonna be like, "What is so
it's
quiet?"
so quiet.
You know, it really sometimes when you're traveling makes you appreciate home a lot.
Mhm.
And I definitely have been missing Tennessee.
Hey, the Wilburns, how you guys doing?
So, yeah, definitely missing Tennessee. But, you know,
Yeah.
I will say the weather has been just absolutely gorgeous.
I think we brought the nice weather with us.
Possibly so, because it has cooled down a bit since we've been here.
Yeah.
And I will say, too, I love the area, and there's a lot of cultural things here. I know Brett doesn't enjoy it as much as I do.
I don't embrace it, but
But I love a lot of the stuff around here, and the Southern hospitality has
good.
been wonderful here too. We enjoy it immensely in Tennessee, but the people in Georgia are friendly as well, and I really do appreciate that. That is one of the bigger complaints that we've had about Florida is the people are just not as nice. And so I've definitely been enjoying that.
Yeah.
So this area is nice.
Are you in TV? Amy, what do you mean? Oops, TV, I don't understand.
Oh, Tennessee is probably what
Oh,
she's saying.
Okay.
Oh,
we're-
RV.
Oh, in the RV, yes.
Look, we're playing guessing games. We were wrong. Yes, we are in the RV right now, Amy.
Yes.
How soon till we get to the schoolhouse? Ooh, we don't even know yet.
Yeah.
So where is my guitar? The ukulele is in Tennessee.
Yeah, you can see
Yeah.
the campground there.
There's a little bit of the campground. So, yeah, we've been enjoying this area, riding around our e-bikes.
Yeah, e-bike.
We've been doing a lot of that,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a lot of fun. The one thing I would say about the e-bikes that I would like a little bit improvement on is a nice cushy seat.
Yeah.
So,
If you ride it for more than 30 to 45 minutes, it starts to get a little...
yeah, and I had the same problem most people will say too with regular bikes. You need a nice cushy seat.
Yeah.
But that one is a little stiff, so it does give you a little pain in the bum.
Yeah.
So, but it's been fun. We went on this one trail this week. I don't remember the name of it, but it was real woodsy. And we had a lot of fun with our e-bikes in there. Now we could only really go in first gear because it was a real narrow,
Yeah.
tight, wooded trail. So we kept it in first gear.
Pine tag, sand, kind of a
But
hard surface.
it was a lot of fun, and it
Yeah.
got you used to the throttle a lot and
Mhm.
just curving through. And we were able to see so much more on the e-bike than we would have if we would have been walking.
Mhm.
So that was super nice. That one I love because it was a real shaded trail. It was right next to some water. It was just a lot of fun. So I don't know. I have to check on that seat replacement because I don't see on their site that they offer any different seats on their particular site. But I'm sure you could probably get one of those gel pad that goes over the seat,
Mhm.
and you could probably buy that universally anywhere. So that's something I'll have to look into. They've even got padded shorts you can buy nowadays, you know?
Oh yeah, that might be the way to go.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah, that's been a real hoot. We've rode them around the base.
yeah. In fact, we are in fact on a dead end road here, and it's only about maybe a quarter mile, maybe a half mile. And we went down that road, and it just teardrop loops around. There's an old abandoned marina there, maybe 10 boat slips. And then there's a large pavilion and 5 or 6 other smaller pavilions. There's a bathhouse, or at least a restroom. I don't know if it's got a bathhouse in it. But this is a completely abandoned area. Everything's got engineer tape on it.
And we did make a video showing the campground and that area he's referring to, which that'll be out in tomorrow's video.
Okay.
So you'll get to see a lot of that area.
We thought that the government and the base could better utilize that space.
Yeah, and we'll talk about that more in the video
Okay.
when you see the video.
Hint taken.
But it's interesting when you go on the different bases all throughout the country how each one is pretty unique,
Mhm.
and they do as well have similarities. So we've been on quite a few bases, but there's so many. I think we could go on a tour of the bases and it would take forever.
Yeah.
But I do like it. It's fun.
I do think this is a good value, the base here. It's like $25 a night. It's got full hookups. The only thing is the noise.
We're in Savannah.
Yeah, we're in Savannah, Georgia.
And I know you were talking a little bit about the Riverwalk when I was still messing around
Yeah.
trying to get the computer set up. And that was a lot of fun going that day exploring downtown. And we did make a video about that where we were going up and down the Riverwalk. We went in the Marriott Hotel, which there's several Marriott hotels downtown, but one has this amazing collection of gemstones.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some that are for sale, and then there's huge gemstones that are part of his collection that are not for sale, and I couldn't even imagine the price tag
Right.
on them, but they were just gorgeous. And the amethyst and other stones that were just bigger than we were, that had to cost a lot of money, but that was exciting to see and just walk around. And they had a big dinosaur in there.
People asking about the base. We're going to refer you to watch that video because we go into about this base in detail. He said that's tomorrow's video.
Yes.
So tomorrow's video we'll go over all that in detail. But overall, just to give you some like an overall, we do like it. It is worth staying here if you're going to visit the Savannah area. It's not the best base we've been to, but the location of it for the purposes of access to Savannah are phenomenal. So the rest will be in the video.
And I know someone commented, I don't know if that was DJ Radis or not because it flew by so fast, about running into nice people in Florida. And there are a ton of nice people in Florida,
Yes.
no doubt. But there's also a ton of rude people. And I grew up in Florida, and sometimes you just need a change of scenery, which I always, growing up, wanted to leave Florida. I always wanted to live in Tennessee. So growing up in Florida and just being there, I just wanted a change of scenery. So I don't mean to harp on the rude people in Florida, but I've lived in so many different places in Florida, and there are a ton of nice people there are, and there's a ton of great things about Florida that I absolutely love.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted a change of scenery, and I always joke that I think sometimes the people that are not so nice in Florida, it's just the heat. The heat's making them
the heat makes
mean,
them angry
because it is hot there.
most of the time.
Most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple good months out of the year, but most of the time it's hot. So I don't mean to harp on that. There are plenty of nice people for sure.
There are always exceptions. So when we
in
say
every state.
when we say something great about Tennessee and something bad about Florida, that's just been the overall our experience. That doesn't mean that we've ran into everybody in Florida. We can't.
Right. And there's good and bad people everywhere,
Correct.
Of course. Melanie asked, did you come out of your food coma from all that food you ate on Veterans Day?
Man.
I'm telling you what, I got sick just watching him eat. I don't know how he managed. And I think at the end of the day when we were filming like the wrap up, Brett's like, why are you just sitting there like you're not saying it? I think I was in a food coma or something because I'm like, I didn't even know what to say. I was like, that.
Yeah, and the voucher that we got for Texas Roadhouse, we used that today for lunch, and we met with my cousin and her husband, and we had lunch after church today. So that was
so you could probably stack
nice.
on another $25 to the value of what the total was around $58-$60 for that Monday. You can stack another 25 on it.
Yeah.
So that was a nice meal. We have been enjoying a few nice meals since we've been here.
Need Tums later, yeah.
But I'm kind of afraid to check in when we get back to Tennessee since we haven't been at the gym and this and that and enjoying a few meals. And I have to say too, when you've been eating healthy and clean and you start eating not so healthy, you can feel it.
You do feel it.
You feel sick. The one night we had some pizza and I ate too much pizza for sure. I was not controlling myself like I should have been, and at the end of that I felt so sick from eating all of that, and I'm like, you know what?
Pizza's not a smart cheat if you're going to cheat.
Definitely not. Or just eat one piece if you're going to cheat. But
well, here's the thing too. We had some coupons. My cousin had given them to us, and it had a close expiration date. It was going to expire in a few days, and it was Cece's Pizza, which isn't good pizza. It's like
it's okay pizza. It's kind of like
it's desperate pizza.
I say that about Little Caesars. I call Little Caesars desperate pizza.
It's on the same level.
But I've been craving like some real good pizza.
Woo! Bless you.
Excuse me. I'm allergic to pizza. See? But I had been craving some pizza, and so I went overboard eating the pizza.
And this was a buffet thing.
Yeah,
so
bad idea to go to a buffet.
They had dessert pizza, and they had the one that I did like. They had.
It was funny. I want to say the best
waffle
pizza.
And chicken.
It was a chicken and waffles pizza.
It was good.
It was the best pizza they actually had on that buffet, which who would have thunk it? But it was delish. But you just gotta Little Caesars. It's desperate pizza.
Yeah. Cece's is in the same category.
So you just gotta pick yourself up and get back on it. But yeah, it does make you feel bad. But if you keep eating bad, eventually your body adjusts to it somewhat. You think it does anyway. You don't have the same immediate symptoms of feeling so horrible, but it's really not doing good things for you.
Yeah, there's nothing good for you in pizza.
So yeah, that's the one big drawback about being on the road is it's like you're on this vacation and you're living in vacation mode and everything goes, and you got a little carried away and you're not at the gym doing your gym thing. So I think the biggest thing I need to do when we're on the road again is to look for good clean eating that's simple, because sometimes a lot of the chopping up of everything and all the prep stuff can get to be a lot, and when you're on the road you need more simple things. So I need to keep it a lot more simple on the road and
there's a few things we kind of
limit
either
myself.
Didn't forget or we didn't, and they're just little things like we forgot a measuring cup. So we were using a 1 ounce shot glass that we had. I don't know why we had that.
Because it has measurements on the side, so I
Okay.
had kept it because I figured this is always a good backup,
So
and it's a good thing I did.
8 of those is 1 cup, so we're going like this. Like
Yeah.
8 times to get a cup of water in a pot. And
So it was time to hit the Dollar Tree
Yeah.
and get other stuff. It's nice to have everything you need in the RV and
Right.
everything you need at the house.
but some stuff
But,
goes back and forth. So.
That's not always possible. But anyway, at least we didn't forget too many things, and
No.
I'm making a list of things that would be useful for when we do run back to Tennessee before we head back to Florida, so I can pack those couple of things that I would find useful. Everything's like a little test.
So she likes to keep a list. So we're always
I'm a
adding
list
things
person.
to our list so we don't forget them.
He messes with me about my list, but I absolutely love lists. I love to be organized like that, cross it off the list and all that.
So when we leave here, we do have to go back to Tennessee.
Yeah, we have a couple of doctor's appointments.
It's about a 7-hour drive, maybe 8 towing. We have a few doctor appointments in there. We're going to try to get back in the gym too. And then start to prep for our trip down to Florida.
So I don't know the exact date yet of when we'll be heading to Florida,
Yeah.
but we do want to get there because my
After the hurricane passes through.
yeah, essentially that
And
would be,
before it gets to Tennessee, if it does that.
that would be nice. But originally I do have a doctor's appointment on the 11th, but I want to try. I'm going to call tomorrow and see if I can't get that moved up because I would like to head down to Otter Creek before that
Right.
and have a little bit of time to hang out and see everybody.
Mhm.
So I'm not sure of the exact date yet. We'll know more after we call a few doctors and get our appointments moved up, hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Because we do want to do a few things down there. There's people we want to see.
Has anyone in the chat been to Rock City before? It's in northwest Georgia, right on the Tennessee line, near Chattanooga, just a little south in Georgia. Has anybody been there before?
Is that in Georgia? I thought it was in Tennessee.
Yeah, I think
I don't
it's
know.
in Georgia. Rock City Gardens, I think, is in Georgia. It's right on the border there. Is that worth a stop? We may stop over on the way back. We haven't really decided yet. Weather plays a factor into that, and also being able to park, and we would like to boondock in the area.
Kelly
If
says
we
she
can.
loves Rock City.
Oh.
Well, that's good. Yeah, Rock City's in
Oh,
Tennessee.
okay,
That's
all
what I
right.
thought.
So we may hit that on the way back. No guarantees. We'll just see how things play out.
Yeah,
And
we're
that's the-
pretty flexible with things.
Yeah, because we can be packed up, hooked up, and in 20 minutes have everything ready and gone. So this RV is very easy to camp and decamp. You got a slide out to pull in, a couple things to put away, and hooking up the Jeep takes literally 3 minutes, and you're on the road. So we're very versatile in that we can be here, we can be there, whatever.
We don't even know where we're going to
Yeah.
have Thanksgiving dinner.
Have no idea.
We have like absolutely no plan. I said, oh, we were just talking about this last night. Matter of fact, should we get stuff and make us a little dinner at home? Should we look for a restaurant? So we really have no clue. It's like the first year. I don't think we've had any plan. So who knows?
Yeah, Ruby Falls is on our list too, but I don't think
Yeah, you got Lookout Mountain, Ruby Falls.
I don't know if Ruby Falls is directly on our path home. I think it's off. But we'll look at it.
Oh, thank you, Jason.
Yeah, you're not out of the way at all.
I do want to fly up there during the winter, though.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
What else? Oh, today, of course, you know, it's my favorite day of the week because we got to go to church.
Yeah.
And they were having a guest speaker today
Oh, he was good.
at the
wasn't he?
church, and he was really good. He was on fire. He had fire in his belly, and he said some things,
Okay.
and you know, that's why I like listening to different people because they can give you a different perspective often of looking at some different things. And one thing he had said that hit home with me, he was talking about older folks know the change in the world because they lived back in a different time, and you've seen how the world has progressed into something else where the young people don't know any different world. This is the world they've grown up in. And sometimes you lose track of that thought process.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of sad to think about the younger people not knowing anything different.
Yeah.
And this is the only world they've known. That's
We've
really
always
sad.
thought, we always wanted to be born about 20 years earlier, because I think the 50s, 60s, and 70s and 80s was the best era. I don't think 2010, 2020, 2030.
Well, they certainly had some cool looking cars.
Yeah.
I love the cars from that time.
And there were no phones, and people had to communicate with each other.
Yeah, you had to talk to people.
You had to go out to have fun, not stay home in your basement and play on your computer. I mean, it just...
And maybe you could get a
It's a
poodle
whole different
skirt.
world. Yeah,
Like a poodle skirt.
yeah. For me?
No.
Okay.
What are you, crazy?
That's this era, not
That's
that.
this area, yeah.
Not that.
That's just weird.
Born in 73. I was born in 66, and I wish it had been 56 or maybe even 46.
And the really cool thing, too, about the guest speaker is he had this awesome mustache. He had this,
Oh, yeah.
one of those ones that curls up on the side.
It's like the Monopoly Man guy.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Curled, and then his eyebrows did too, didn't they?
Well, they were like up,
Up.
but it was
Yeah.
pretty cool. But anyway, the best part was the message he had and the fire in his belly, and
He was,
just a lot of truths. And sometimes we don't like to hear truths about ourselves.
young 65.
And
that's it.
so it was just good. And I feel blessed every Sunday that we are able to go to church.
Mhm.
And so that's why it's my favorite day, honestly.
Yeah.
I wish there was more church. The
Well,
villain mustache. Yeah.
So, so they say when you go to church, that sets up the rest of your week, because Sunday's actually the first day of the week,
Right.
and then your week starts.
And it's been so nice being able to spend time with Brett's cousin and her family, and just being with family. They're a wonderful family, so welcoming, and they had us over for the game last night.
Yeah, it didn't turn out the way we would have liked.
So
I was hopeful that Tennessee could beat Georgia in Georgia, but Georgia was in a must-win situation. Tennessee could take that loss, and I think they're still going to make the college football playoffs. I think they should win out. They got to win. They got to win the last two games.
and for me, none of that matters because
Yeah,
I
she
don't
don't
really
care.
get involved in the sports. So if you ever hear anybody talking about the sports, it ain't me. It's him. So I'm there because there was some great food. So
And then the
She
game
made,
started
like,
out
this-
right. It started out great.
taco soup that was so delicious.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that very much, and just good company, good conversation. I've been having so much fun being able to spend time with his family, and it's just been great. I love that aspect of being here. So that's been a super blessing. And then this week we'll spend the Thursday we'll be going to
Handlebar mustache. I saw that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll be going
that's
to a Thanksgiving lunch at the church with
Mhm.
her, and that'll be very nice. So I look forward to that.
It's kind of a pot.
That might be like our Thanksgiving there this Thursday. And maybe we'll find a restaurant.
And I've never done a restaurant on Thanksgiving. Never.
I actually have done a restaurant 3 times in
Ooh.
my life. When we, and I will say one thing about it is it's
Hello, France.
hello France. It's not stressful at all. You don't have to worry about doing all this cooking. However, it's missing the whole family element at the house, so it is lacking something. And then usually the restaurants are super crowded. The people working are not really thrilled to be there. So one year when we were younger, we went, this was when we were in Dania. We went to Isla Morada Fish Company for the Thanksgiving dinner, and I remember this was when my Oma was still alive, and we did take her that year because she wasn't cooking, and she says, "Who in the heck goes to a fish restaurant on Thanksgiving?" And I said, "We do.
People in the Keys do.
We do, because we are not cooking this year. We are just gonna enjoy some fish, and that's what we did." And there was no stress. One year we went to Bob Evans in Ocala, and it was awful because the waiter that was working did not want to be there. He had such an attitude. He was a young fellow, and he was having a meltdown. And
Wow.
me and my family joke about this because his name was Logan. So we call it the Logan meltdown at Bob Evans. The food was great, but Logan, he couldn't handle being there. There was too many people
Apparently
for
not.
him. So, I don't know, what was the third restaurant I've been to? I can't even remember what that was. But anyway, going to restaurants is not always an easy deal because you miss, Impanema. That was the one in Ocala. Now that was good.
Isn't that a Japanese steak restaurant?
It's a Brazilian, like they have steak and all kinds of different cuts of meats, and it's a little bit more expensive. And they come to your table and they slice the meat right on your
Okay.
plate. But they had, besides their regular thing, they had a full Thanksgiving spread. Now
Nice.
it was a little pricey, but it was so delish. That was super nice. But those are the three times.
Yeah, I
So,
remember some Thanksgiving meals when I was deployed in the desert, and the military tries to make the best of it. I just remember it was blowing sand. It was a really windy day. It was horrible, and they had camouflage nets up over the kitchen, the MKT, which is a mobile kitchen. And maybe things have improved in the field for the military than those days. I don't really know, but it was blowing sand. You got served, and it was turkey and dressing and potatoes. You know, all the normal things. The problem is, as soon as it got on your plate, sand was blowing.
ooh,
So you're trying to cover it up, and you're trying to put plastic over it, or you're taking two trays and turning one over the other way, and you're trying to either run it back to your tent, or you're trying to eat there in the area they had set up. But I mean, they were trying to make it. The weather didn't cooperate. It was like a sandstorm, which is very frequent over there, and that's why they give you all these. They give you goggles instead of glasses, and scarves to cover all your orifices because that sand gets everywhere.
wow.
So it's very fine sand and it blows around, and I think it takes a year or two to get all the sand out of your body.
People complain about
Not
going to
just
the beach and
off your
getting sand
body.
in their crack.
Yes.
I guess they wouldn't like that very
Beach
much.
sand is a thicker sand. This is a fine sand, and it's very hard to get completely clean from it. So yeah, those are my memories of Thanksgiving. But you were grateful because you weren't eating an MRE; somebody was cooking.
Definitely.
And anytime you went to the field, you normally had great food. I don't know if it's just because the food was great and you were starved from the good food or didn't have access to it, or it was just good because you were outside and you were in the woods and you were hungry. So it might have been a combination of those two.
Probably.
I remember we used to go to the field quite a bit at Fort Campbell. The 101st, they like to go to the field. So when we go to the field, it's 3 or 4 or 5 day exercise, could be 2 weeks, whatever. But at the very end, the last day, they would always bring out, they'd cook steaks for you. So we had, like, it's almost that's all they had. They didn't have a whole lot of the side stuff. They just had steak. And so it was almost as much as you want to eat because they wanted it all to be gone. So you might have 2 or 3 steaks and that's it, you're out. But you're happy, man. You're full of steak. And it was just crazy.
The second e-bike arrived right before we left Tennessee.
Yeah.
Someone asked if we've ever tried a deep fried turkey. I have not.
I've tasted it. I've never cooked one. It was someone else's.
I've never tried it.
It's pretty good if,
I've
if
heard-
it's done right.
I've heard they are good. So I miss Thanksgivings when my Oma cooked. She was the best cook, and she's kind of what held the family together. She was the glue of the family. So when she passed away, a lot of the family just quit coming together, which is sad.
Have y'all
So
ever
I miss
had
that.
Have y'all ever had a turducken? And then I'll explain what that is if you don't know. You know what a turducken is?
Isn't that like a where there's some duck and some turkey?
Yeah, the chicken is stuffed in the duck. The duck is stuffed in the turkey. So
I've never had it.
you got three birds there. You just picking from all three. But I think John Madden made that popular. I think I first remember him having a turducken and talking about it, and it just kind of stuck.
Some people eat tofurkeys. I know that's that
Okay.
sounds weird, but it's a tofu.
Oh,
So, which I have not tried either. So, I've had duck at a Thai restaurant before, and it was good.
yeah.
So, and that all depends on who's cooking too, because I've had it before where it was not cooked good and it did not taste good at all.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do this year, but I definitely do miss, like at my Oma's house, she would always make stuffed mushrooms and she would make all the fixins.
Hmm.
And I really miss her cooking.
That's like the only day of the year I eat cranberry sauce. You don't normally serve that normally.
Yeah, that's true.
I love a good turkey sandwich on toast with mayonnaise and some.
Someone did mention if you go to a restaurant, you don't get the leftovers, and that's true because those sandwiches
You're
the
welcome,
next day.
Amy. Yep, sandwiches the
so
next
good.
day, and then you put on the turkey toast sandwich. You put the cranberry sauce. That's all it needs.
I've never
Lots
done
of
that.
pepper.
I've never done
I
that,
could
but
eat
yeah,
that all day.
now you got me. I can taste the
Yeah, I
sandwich
can
because
taste it.
you always know the day after is so good having all those leftovers.
Yep.
But
Candy
it's also
yams.
pretty different when you're cooking a dinner just for two versus when you're doing
Yeah.
it for a whole lot of people. And I think the best part of Thanksgiving is the family coming together and
No cranberry.
sharing that day. That I think is, and just being so grateful and thinking of all the things you're so thankful for. I think that's the best part of it all is just getting together with those that you love and just recounting all the things you're thankful for, and you can look forward to the next year of what's to come.
Yeah.
It sets up a good mindset for all that because
And-
every day you should be thinking of what you're thankful for.
And hopefully, with the election behind us now, families can get together and have a good time.
Yeah, I hate to think now, we did have a discussion about how it's sad that politics have actually ruined friendships and family relationships. I think that's so sad to have politics come into play with ruining relationships. Excuse me. I've had plenty of friends throughout my life that we absolutely didn't agree on the politics, but we never spoke politics. And I don't think you should. I mean, there's no reason you can't be friends, and there's no reason you can't disagree and be friends.
Right.
So sometimes you just have to leave politics out of things and don't discuss it. There's plenty of things that you have in common and a love you can share between people on every relationship level without getting into the weeds of politics.
Yeah, if you're looking for everybody to agree on something,
That's just not going to happen.
Everybody's not going to agree.
There's no way.
Just like we went to my cousin's house, and she's an adamant, die-hard, bleeds red Georgia Bulldogs fan. She always has been. She went to the college. She's the alma mater, so I understand that. We're recent Tennessee fans, and we're hoping they could win. But you don't go over there and get mad. You just go over there and you cheer your team. She was doing it. I was doing it.
Yeah, it was
and
great.
That was it.
It was a lot of fun.
So I mean,
you don't have to be ugly with people.
Right. Once a game is over, it's just a game.
But yeah, I've had friends before that he has met, and he's like, how did you two get along? They are so far this way. And I'm like, simple. We never discuss politics.
Yeah.
There's so many other things.
Yeah.
Why fight about something like that? I mean, we disagree on so many things.
Mm-hmm.
You can get past that and still have common things and have a love for one another. I mean, there's even people that align, like, okay, you're friends with this person and we don't agree with all the things that that person stands for, so now we don't like you either because you are friends with that person.
Right, and
That's just silly.
that's what's happening a lot with these channels. The good ones, the bad ones. We may collaborate with someone. It doesn't mean that we agree with everything they do. We could
Nobody agrees
right.
with everything
I mean,
everybody does.
everybody,
That's silly.
Everybody knows that, you know, we do support the Hells on like 98% of the things they do. Now, do we agree on everything? No, we don't agree.
And
on
I'm sure they
everything.
don't agree with all of our stuff. That's
Right.
just human nature.
That's
But
that's
as
what
a
makes everybody
whole,
different.
overall,
Yeah.
we do. But if you're gonna not talk to somebody because they're friends with so and so and you don't like what so and so does, that's just silly.
That's silly,
But
yeah.
I always say if somebody is that way and that's how they feel, you know, no hard feelings. Bye,
Right.
Felicia. I mean, I don't need
Bye,
to.
Felicia.
I don't need to have any drama about
Right.
it all, and I'm not gonna sit there and convince somebody of anything. You do you, and you do what you need to do, and you watch who you want to watch. You talk to who you want to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
and that's that. I don't get all excited about it or worry about it. I
Right.
feel it's a shame that people are that closed off into thinking about different things, but
Right.
you know, I don't lose any sleep over all those things. And again, I don't feel the need to get into all these discussions that cause a division.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like, I'm just real quick, like these hate channels, and then I'm not gonna say anything else. And we haven't been saying anything about them. And
that's right, Melanie.
I don't even know what it is they're talking about now. I have no clue. It doesn't matter. To
I
me.
don't watch them.
Don't even watch them. Don't care to watch them. And even if if someone sends us something and we read it, it's like if it's drama ridden and it has nothing to do with anything that's important, we just scan it and dump it.
It's making me hungry
Yeah.
too.
So, like for instance, DJ Radis, he had heard from a fan that we had asked him to do a song. I think we may have mentioned the song would be cool or something,
Yeah, you did.
but I didn't specifically reach out to him and ask him. He reached out to us and emailed us and asked, you know, what would you like the parameters of the song to be? Like, what kind of music, what. And I left it completely up to him. I was like, well, just incorporate some of the things that are known about us. She was Madam Mayor of a town. I owned a campground. You can throw those in there. That's what got all this started. That's no secret. And then you can mix it if you want to make it religious or country music or hip hop variation. I'm going to leave that up to you as an artist to decide how to put that together. I don't want to limit your creativity. And he put something together and it's cute. I like it. So, you know, it doesn't mean that that I agree with everything that he does. I really don't know DJ Radis that well to do anything.
I thought it was super nice of him to reach out
Right.
and offered you that. He obviously is very talented.
Yeah.
So I thought it was cool.
But we did have a couple of comments, and I don't know that this was related to DJ Radis or not. I'm really just puzzled by the comments. And I know Jeremy would say, why you read those? Who cares? Dismiss them. And that's what she does.
That's what I say.
She dismisses them.
He don't listen.
Sometimes I'm like,
He wants to try to figure everybody out. And
like,
you can't
and you
do
can't
that.
figure out crazy, I guess. I mean, they're like, you're evil. You're not who I thought you were. What have we changed? What's changed? Have we said anything different 2 days ago than what we've said from the beginning? I think you know who we are. We're not playing a game. We're not putting on a show. We're not, you know, the channel either does well or it doesn't.
I think some people like
know,
drama so much that they try to
Yeah.
create it. See, I read a comment like that and I just
she
shake my
just
head
laughs
and
and moves on.
move on because
I'm like,
it's so silly.
I try to figure out, well, why would they say that?
I don't try to figure
I
it
try
out.
to-
I just think it's silly.
And then I actually try to think back, was there something said? Was there something done? I don't know. But she's right. She usually has the better perception of that. I'm just not used to dealing with so much.
Because as I say, at the end of the
Negativity.
day, I worry about what God thinks of me.
That's right.
And that's it. So I don't try to figure out those silly little things.
So,
Oh, while you're saying Amy,
Yes.
please subscribe. I did want to say, because some people were asking, they weren't getting the notifications, and we've noticed it seems about once a month, I would say, that YouTube does a big subscriber dump.
Yeah, it seems like that. Yeah.
And it's usually about once a month. And all of a sudden, there'll be like somewhere between 200 and 300 people unsubscribed within a week's time.
We're like, whoa, what happened?
And I know they do scrubbing for fake accounts and this and that, but I think their little algorithm for doing that is probably not accurate, because a lot of people that are legit get unsubscribed. So I don't really know the ins and outs of their program and how that works, but if you do notice that you've been unsubscribed because you aren't getting the notifications, make sure you go back in there, hit subscribe, hit the notifications all.
It's all free.
Yeah, it's all free to subscribe, but that means you'll get the notifications. I've even heard of some people who are subscribed who still don't get the notifications. So what they did was unsubscribe and resubscribe, and then they were getting the notifications. And then when you click the subscribe, it'll ask you what notifications you want. You just click all or whatever it is that you want. And, I just periodically mention that because some people don't know, and I really don't know why YouTube does it, but you might want to check on that just to make sure. So I just saw Amy telling people to subscribe, and it reminded me about someone asking about that.
Yeah, so we do appreciate the subscriptions, and
Absolutely.
sometimes you forget to hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm, and it helps the channel. It costs you nothing, so it really helps. We do appreciate everything that you guys do to support us and watching the channel, and we try to keep you entertained, maybe teach you, maybe we learn from you. So
yeah, we always learn from each other. I do believe
it's good dialogue. Yeah,
and we always appreciate our lovely moderators who do such a good job at keeping the drama out. We do appreciate you. I wish we would have had you from the beginning, but you're here now, and we appreciate you all, and very thankful. What else we got going on this week? Let's see. I know there's a lot of things we still want to do. Looks like the first thing coming up this week is what? It is the Otter Creek Town Hall meeting.
So with this town hall meeting, don't think we're gonna are y'all still covering that? You're not covering that. What we're doing is an extra video on Tuesdays. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is our normal video release day. The Otter Creek meetings.
Welcome to Resident, Kevin.
Will hit on a Tuesday, so this is an extra meeting. An extra video, and it's only about town hall. So we go over the agenda, what we think's happening in the meeting, what we expect to see. If that's something you don't want to watch, just don't watch that one. Skip that one.
Yeah. We don't know how long we're going to cover that either. I suspect it won't be that much longer.
Right.
But for now, we still are. And again, when we are there in December, we will attend that meeting and live stream
We'll live stream that meeting. So if you want to watch it, watch it. If you don't want to watch it, it's a Tuesday meeting. It'll be an extra video. You don't have to watch it.
So we got that coming up Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
So this week, we're trying to cram in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
So I still want to do the trolley tour.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? I want to go to Tybee Island. There's a lighthouse there. Mm-hmm. And Brett's still on the fence about going to the lighthouse. So I don't know if we'll make it there or not. But I do want to at least get my toes in the sand for a minute.
Hopefully we can find a place to park. That's supposed to be a challenge. But we're going during the week, so it shouldn't be too bad.
And they charge like $4 an hour parking there, which is a little bit outrageous.
With a 2-hour minimum. So now you're in it for $8. So we're going to try to, if we can find a place maybe to park, and then we can dispatch the e-bikes because they're in the back of the Jeep. We always have them with us. We can unload the e-bikes and then we can ride into town. If there's a place out of town free to park and we dispatch the bikes, we might do that.
Yeah, so I look forward to that.
It's an option.
And I've never visited the beaches here in Georgia. I did live here when I was in my early 20s for a few months. Yes, we're in Savannah. Well, hello, Miss Jessica.
Welcome to the party, Jessica. Let
um,
me guess, didn't get your notification?
you're so funny. So I do look forward to that. I do miss the beaches from time to time. Growing up in the Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood area, the beach was like right there, so I kind of took it for granted. I got to go there all the time.
Yeah.
So I love mountains more than beach, but I do still love the beach too.
I'm a mountain person.
Yeah, I like them both.
10 minutes on a beach.
But if I had to pick one over the other, I'd pick the mountains for sure.
I would too.
Not a problem. So what else this week? The trolley tour, of course, will be fun because then you really get all the lowdown on what's going on around the town. So I want to do that. There's a riverboat tour, and I still want to do that too.
Yeah.
But Brett's not sold on that one yet.
I want to read some more. I want to know where it is they go and how long it is and what's involved. But we'll find out.
I did want to visit Juliet Gordon Lowe's birthplace, the founder of Girl Scouts, but I don't think I'm going to make it here, so we'll have to save that for another time because I was a Girl Scout and spent many years in the Girl Scouts, so I thought that would be kind of cool. But I don't know that that's Brett's thing either, you know. That's the thing too with marriages, relationships.
Sometimes
You gotta compromise,
and you don't want to do.
sometimes you don't get to do the things you want to do, but that is a compromise.
Tomorrow night might be a compromise on my part.
Tuesday night.
Or is it Tuesday night? This one.
No, that's Monday night. Yeah.
That's tomorrow night. Yeah.
Yes. So sorry.
There is a trombone ensemble by the Savannah Wind Symphony. They're doing a trombone symphony.
Yeah, the director of the Wind Symphony is going to be doing this trombone ensemble, and Brett's cousin was telling us about it, and I was like, oh yes, I love that stuff. I love doing different cultural things that Brett doesn't choose to do.
I'm open to it.
I know before I was with Brett, I often went to different plays and different shows in Gainesville. I love doing those things. I have a wide variety of likes. So I'm kind of culturally geeky like that. So I am like, yes. And he's like, I'll do it for you. So
hey, take one for the team, right?
So on this one, yes, I win. So we're going to go do that with his cousin, and I think it's going to be a great time. I really enjoy that. So.
And my cousin plays the clarinet with the Savannah Symphony and with the church.
Yeah.
She won't be involved in this one because it's just trombones, but she's going to be attending, and she's asked us to go.
Thank you, Jessica. Love you.
Go to the beach, stay all day.
Can't wait to see you next month, which is coming soon.
Yeah.
Ooh, bagpipes. I love bagpipes. We used to go to a Scottish fest when I lived down near Fort Lauderdale, and that was so much fun.
Yeah.
So I do miss going to all the cultural things. Get this hair out of the way.
I know, I keep putting my elbow on her hair and pulling her hair.
So, yeah, I definitely look forward to that. I thought when we visited Forsyth Park over there in downtown, they have this beautiful lawn and a line of trees and the sidewalk, and I said, oh, that lawn, it would just be gorgeous to get a chair, lay out a blanket. You could have a gorgeous picnic there.
Yeah.
Or if they were having music, you could just lay out on the lawn and listen to the music. Just wonderful. So I don't get both. I want a day at the beach and the trombones.
Beach and trombones. You wouldn't normally put those two together, would you?
But yeah, I love the cultural stuff, and I've enjoyed visiting this city a lot. If I was here by myself, I'd probably be downtown every day just snapping pictures at all the gorgeous Victorian houses and all the architecture and getting totally geeked out downtown enjoying
Yeah.
it all. But I must compromise because I know that's not his thing to do. So if I get a wee bit of it, I'll be happy.
But she didn't want to go watch the game either, so
Yeah, so I had to
she
compromise
compromised
to
last
go watch
night.
the game,
So
and then I was like, yay, at least I got to hang out in good company and have good
yeah,
conversation with some wonderful people. So it made the football game bearable.
she enjoyed it more than she thought she would. So
Yeah, I
that's
did.
good.
I enjoyed it because of the good company.
So maybe I'll enjoy these trombones more than I'm anticipating.
Yeah, because of the good
At least
company.
I'm open to it.
Yeah. 2 minutes from midnight. Woo.
Oh,
So, yeah. And then we have the Thanksgiving luncheon as
on
well.
Thursday,
So,
yeah.
of course, we look forward to that. That'll be good food with good fellowship. I know the pastor will be speaking during the meal, so I really look forward to that. I do miss going to Bible study. I know in Chiefland we were going to a Bible study on Wednesday nights, and it was really a great time listening to the pastor and having good fellowship with people and having a great meal. So I do miss
Yeah.
that. So you just got to always value those different moments where you get to spend time with good people.
Yeah.
I know I do.
Yeah, absolutely.
We will be heading to Otter Creek sometime in the first couple weeks of December. Does that narrow it down for you? Nope.
Well, it won't be in the
Yep.
next 2 weeks.
We gotta do a couple doctor's appointments and then we'll head down there. But we're gonna head back to Tennessee a little bit earlier than we originally anticipated to try to get those doctor's appointments moved up. I'll find out more about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
So if that all works well, we'll head back to Tennessee probably sometime this weekend coming up. This next weekend coming up.
Christine, I like both. Probably the jellied better, but I'll eat both. The cranberry question. Not to interrupt, but once it
The
goes
cranberry question.
off, yeah.
So yeah, we'll probably head back to Tennessee this weekend coming up.
Yeah.
Get those doctor's appointments out of the way. Spend a little more time enjoying Tennessee, and then head down to Otter Creek.
Yeah.
Still don't know where we're staying in Otter Creek. We are like we're the worst.
Gypsies.
We're the worst planners ever, right? We're just gypsies, just winging it and flying by the seat of our pants and having a good old time.
If there were more places to boondock in Florida, I wouldn't be very concerned about it. But Florida gets full. In January, February, they're full of snowbirds. So it can be hard to get a spot down there sometimes. But we'll wing it. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Hopefully the weather will be better by the time we get there. And maybe if we need to, we can bring on the cool
Okay, Lisa.
if that's what's necessary.
Yep. It's
So,
a little cooler in Tennessee than it is here. It's cooled down here, so it's going to be probably...
y'all are making me hungry.
Should be getting closer to freezing there.
I want a Thanksgiving meal like now.
I know, they're all making me hungry.
I miss those real mashed potatoes. Zim's place is open, as I've heard. I've heard some people do have reservations that they're staying there for the festival.
So we don't know if we're going to be staying there or
I know
not.
we did speak to Zim
Yeah.
quite a while ago. It had to be a month or two ago, as well as talking to Rex. And they both offered that, we could stay at either one of those places. We just, I guess we're not very good at nailing it down and making a commitment there.
65 in Winchester. I think that's
Ooh.
actually warmer than it got here. But I'm not sure on that.
There's a mayor in Otter Creek that might hook you up. But yeah, so we figure we'll just leave reservations open for any of the people that are traveling from way far away so they can get those reservations, and whatever's left over when we get there, we'll scramble it up.
Yeah.
So,
We don't mind boondocking either. Because we're set up to boondock. So
with God, there's always a way for it to work out. So that's another thing I don't stress about. Whatever's meant to be will be, and wherever we're meant to stay, that'll open wide up.
But we're looking forward to seeing everybody. It'll
Absolutely.
be
I
fun.
really am. I miss everybody so much.
And we'll probably be live streaming.
That's a good one, Robert. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
What's that?
Parquet Linettes.
No.
Nope.
That's off the table, by the way. Don't start no rumors.
Nope.
But we'll be live streaming while we're there. We'll catch the meeting and then the Christmas in the Creek. I'm sure Willis will be there, and there'll be other video going on at different times.
And I know I'm going to barbecues.
Barbecues.
And I know I'm going
schedule.
to ABC Pizza.
Yep. So there goes the diet again.
Well, you just got to do a few things for old time's sake. Is what
baby.
it is. And I don't know what church we're going to be visiting while we're there. So
I know.
that's another kind of cool thing about traveling is you get to check out different.
Right, Chance.
Thank goodness for that.
Does that carry over to the new year?
Oh, Gail says I heard Bubba is closed down. I had not
What?
heard that.
Hadn't heard that.
Really? The one in Chiefland? Well, that stinks.
There's one in Trenton too.
Yeah, there is one in Trenton, so Willis might be talking about that one. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
I haven't checked lately. Oh, the karaoke. That's the one in
That's
Trenton.
the one in Trenton.
Interesting. I know
Wow.
somebody new had just bought it within the past year.
Wow. I guess they didn't make it work.
So, but there is barbecues. There's many different locations. The one we usually go to is in Chiefland. Jenny says they're
There you
open in
go.
Chiefland, so
Okay.
cool beans.
That's the one we normally go to.
But there is one in Denellen. There's one in Williston.
Mm-hmm.
The one in Trenton is the one they're talking about that closed down. And we've been to the one in Trenton a few times, but Chiefland is my favorite one out of all the ones I've been to.
It's smaller than the one in Trenton.
And the food is always good.
Yeah.
And sometimes when I went to the ones in Denellen or Williston, I did not enjoy it. They didn't have, the food was not as good by any means, so I didn't return. Chiefland, we've gone to many a times. Trenton is only closed for renovations.
Ah, there you go.
Okay, that makes more sense because that's like a really big one.
Yeah.
And the one in Trenton always had good food too. We never had any problems there either. But obviously, it's a further drive than the one in Chiefland, so Chiefland would be the first
closer
choice.
to Travis.
Right. But the one in Chiefland doesn't do karaoke, and the one in Trenton
small.
does. And the one in Trenton also had like a little buffet, salad bar type of thing.
It had its own building too. The one in Chiefland is in a small strip mall.
Yeah. So I do look forward to that, and again, seeing family while we're there. And we'll get to visit whatever church we decide to pick out while we're there.
Yeah.
I'm
Sounds
sure
good.
it's not going to be the one in Otter Creek, but
No.
we'll try out a different church while we're there.
Yeah.
Completely different.
We're non-denominational, but we're open to visit any church.
So I look forward to it.
Yeah.
But of course, we'll let you guys know when we're headed there. And I look forward to who we get to meet when we're at the festival. Who's going to go to the festival? Are any of you guys coming?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I
Festival,
look so
festival.
forward to seeing my Miss Belinda and giving her a big hug.
Maybe we'll see some of those in the chat.
And seeing Deborah
Yeah.
and Ellie
Yeah.
and George and Jeremy and Deanna,
Deborah,
Jessica.
Deborah was hitting me up about the Notre Dame Virginia game. Wanted me to bet, but I wasn't betting on Virginia. They don't look very good this year.
No dice.
No dice.
So,
You can give me 28 points and I still wouldn't pick Virginia.
and I also wanted to thank, while we're talking about it, I want to thank all our members for supporting us.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Aw, Mark won't be there. And a lot of people say it's too far away. Well,
No, we understand that. I mean,
while we're there, maybe we'll have a little live stream
we'll bring you to us.
and show you what's going on, hopefully.
We'll let you
But
guys.
we want to thank all our
front row
members
seats.
for supporting us on both levels. We have 2 different levels if anybody's interested in joining. Now, of course, you don't have to. We still appreciate you. We love everybody.
Yeah.
We don't have any mail this week because we're on the road.
On the road.
I do know that there's a couple of packages waiting for us back in Tennessee. I almost said Otter Creek.
No.
Oh, goodness gracious. So, yes. So the mailman is off this week. He doesn't have to deliver anything to us here in his little Jeep.
Yep.
But when we get home, I know we have a few packages to pick up, so I guess
A few
maybe
errands to run, some appointments to make, and
Yeah.
then reset, and then get ready to go
and
south.
head back to Florida.
And we don't know how long we're going to be there, so
Florida.
we got to pack for a month, pack for 2 months.
Yeah, we really don't know what we're doing. We've even joked that maybe we'll catch a cruise and go on a cruise
Yeah, we thought
while
about
we're in
that.
Florida. Who knows?
If they got some good deals, I'm all about a good deal.
That's the good thing about being a gypsy, eh? You can just do whatever, whenever.
Oh, we did a Facebook Marketplace deal today, didn't we?
That's right. We decided while we're in town, let's see what Savannah's got going on the marketplace.
Because we don't live near a big city. This is a big city.
So we did pick up a nice cabinet, which it's not even assembled. It's new in the box.
Yeah.
So we'll have to, when we get back to Tennessee, we'll have to assemble it and make a little video to show you that little score.
Yeah.
But I thought that was another cool thing we can do while we're traveling is look at the marketplace
Nice
and
and
see what
see.
kind of deals we can get on the road.
It's got to be smaller stuff, though.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't fit any big stuff. I was like, oh, maybe we could get patio furniture. Nope,
Not near.
can't strap that anywhere. But we can get little stuff, and it's just fun, and you meet nice people, so why not? We didn't go to any thrift stores or yard sales while we were here. But,
No, there hasn't really been time. We've really been visiting and enjoying the weather and riding the bikes.
yeah, you can only do so much.
Yeah. But we'll be busy this week.
Maybe
'cause,
if I was drinking some cafe con leches.
Hey, it's still early.
But yeah, I look forward to this week and what we cram in before we hit the road again. And we'll be singing that good old Willie Nelson song.
On the road
On the
again.
road again.
That's right. Well, again, we want to thank all the moderators and thank all you guys for joining us. We appreciate you.
Absolutely.
Yep.
You're the bestest.
Ready to wrap this up?
You gonna rap?
No, I ain't got no rapping skills. I wish I did.
We'll leave that to Jeremy.
I can wrap presents. Does that count?
Can you? Ooh, are you gonna wrap me a present?
I can. Not a gemstone, though.
Oh man.
They were pricey.
They were so pricey. Even those Swarovski crystals, which I love because they're so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are pricey, that's for sure. But we'll see what kind of present he's gonna wrap. And we'll leave the other wrapping to Jeremy.
That's it.
He's pretty good at that.
Yeah, I can't do it. I like that Bible song.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Bible. Oh,
That's the book for me.
That thing is funny.
Don't even get that going. Now he's going to be singing that for days.
I wish I knew the rest of it. I need to see the video again. But maybe he'll put it up there so we can find it. Because I've looked for it and couldn't find it.
Maybe, Jeremy, can you please send him the link so he can listen to it on repeat and drive me crazy. Crazy.
Maybe others haven't seen it. They'll get a kick out of it. I wonder if DJ Radis has even seen it.
I don't
He'll
know.
probably get a kick out of it.
I don't know. It is a pretty catchy jingle,
It is
just like
catchy.
that other song he sings.
Right.
But anywho,
Oh, yeah. I'm moving to a
Anywho.
town.
y'all will be hearing that song later. And then you can have it stuck in your head later.
Yeah. We'll see you guys in What the Hell's chat later on.
Yep. Thank you, Melanie, and all the other mods on here. You guys are fantastic.
Yep. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Heather.
Thanks for joining us in
Nancy.
this stress-free zone.
Yes, I love laughing and having fun and
Yeah.
being positive.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for joining us on this fun, lovely day. We'll see you guys later. And we hope y'all have a good week.
Yep. And thanks for the new subscribers. We appreciate you.
Yep. And I don't know where we're taking our members this week. Because,
Yeah.
again, we'll figure
We
that
got a
out
lot
on
of,
the
we
fly.
got a lot of
Thank you,
options.
Amy.
Yep. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you guys on the flip side.
On the flip side? All right. Flip.
Bloop.
side. Peace.
Later, guys.
Ow. The parade wave.